Welcome to Just Gist TV. If this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. Because what you are about to hear is one of the most emotional Nollywood moments of the year so far. And it has left fans completely speechless. The internet stood still the moment Maurice Sam went live on TikTok and dropped a line that instantly changed the atmosphere of the conversation. With his voice heavy and emotions written all over his face, he said, "I have never said this before." That single sentence was enough to pull thousands of viewers closer to their screens, sensing that something raw, personal, and deeply emotional was about to unfold. What followed was not rehearsed. It was not polished. And it was definitely not what fans expected. Maurice Sam began to open up about a chapter of his life that he says pushed him to his lowest point. A period filled with confusion, emotional exhaustion, and a sense of isolation that many never knew he was battling. As he spoke, his voice cracked repeatedly, and there were moments when he had to pause, clearly fighting back tears. Then he mentioned Sonia Uche. At that moment, the comment section exploded. According to Maurice Sam, Sonia Uche was one of the very few people who showed up for him consistently when he felt like everything around him was falling apart. He spoke about quiet moments, private conversations, and acts of support that were never meant for public consumption. Not for social media. Not for headlines. Just genuine human care. He admitted that there were days he felt completely lost, questioning himself, his worth, and his place in the industry. Days when he felt misunderstood and overwhelmed by the pressure of expectations. And during those moments, Sonia Uche was there, not with noise, not with publicity, but with presence. As he spoke, viewers could hear the sincerity in his voice. This was not a man trying to trend. This was someone finally allowing himself to be vulnerable in front of thousands of strangers. Fans began asking questions in real time. Why now? What made him finally speak? And what exactly does Sonia Uche mean to him? Maurice Sam did not label their bond. He did not try to define it with words like friendship or romance. Instead, he described it through actions. He talked about checking messages when he went silent. Encouragement when he doubted himself. Moments when she reminded him of who he was when he had forgotten. At one point, he went quiet for several seconds. The silence alone said more than words ever could. Social media users watching the live could sense that this was not just gratitude. It felt deeper. More emotional. More personal. And that is where the debate began. Some fans immediately praised Maurice Sam for his honesty, calling the live session one of the most authentic moments they had ever seen from him. They applauded his courage for speaking openly about vulnerability in an industry where strength is often faked and emotions are hidden. Others shifted their focus to Sonia Uche. Many viewers described her as rare, kind-hearted, and emotionally intelligent. They praised her for being present when it mattered most, not when it was convenient. Some fans even said the live session changed the way they saw her entirely. But not everyone was convinced. Critics were quick to raise eyebrows. Some questioned the timing of the confession, wondering why Maurice Sam chose to reveal such personal information publicly. Others accused him of indirectly stirring emotions and speculation without taking responsibility for the narrative he was creating. And then came the bigger question everyone began asking. Is this just appreciation, or is there something more? Maurice Sam continued speaking, saying that the reason he had never shared this before was because he did not want to expose something sacred. He said some forms of support are too pure to be dragged into public opinion. But he also admitted that he felt it was time to give credit where it was due. That statement alone split the internet into two halves. One side believes this was a heartfelt tribute to someone who helped him survive a dark season. The other believes this was an emotional confession disguised as gratitude. Which side are you on? As the live session continued, Maurice Sam spoke about how lonely success can be. He talked about how people often assume that actors have everything figured out simply because they appear confident on screen. According to him, fame does not protect you from emotional pain. In some cases, it amplifies it. He admitted that there were moments he felt like giving up entirely. Moments when the weight of expectations became too heavy. And during those times, Sonia Uche's presence reminded him that he was not alone. At this point, many viewers admitted they were emotional. Some said they related deeply to the feeling of being supported quietly by someone when life feels unbearable. Others began revisiting past moments between Maurice Sam and Sonia Uche, replaying interviews, social media interactions, and public appearances with a new perspective. Fans began asking themselves if the signs had always been there. Could this confession be the missing puzzle piece? Maurice Sam never explicitly declared love. He never made romantic statements. But sometimes, it is not what is said that matters most. It is what is felt. And what people felt during that live session was heavy. The comment section was filled with messages urging him to protect Sonia Uche, to appreciate her, and to never take that kind of loyalty for granted. Others warned him to be careful, reminding him that public confessions often come with consequences. Some critics even accused him of emotional exposure, saying that such moments should remain private. They argued that opening up in front of thousands invites unnecessary speculation and pressure, not just on him, but on Sonia Uche as well. And that is where the story becomes complicated. Because while Maurice Sam was sharing his truth, Sonia Uche was silent. She did not go live. She did not post. She did not respond publicly. Her silence became louder than any statement. Fans began interpreting that silence in different ways. Some saw it as maturity and restraint. Others saw it as discomfort. And some saw it as confirmation that whatever Maurice Sam was hinting at was real enough to require caution. The live session ended, but the conversation did not. Clips from the TikTok live spread across social media within minutes. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere you turned, people were dissecting his words. Headlines were formed. Opinions were shared. And the debate kept growing. Was this a confession or closure? Was it gratitude or emotional attachment? And should Maurice Sam have said it at all? One thing is undeniable, he changed the narrative. For years, fans have seen Maurice Sam as confident, playful, and emotionally guarded. This live session shattered that image. It revealed a man who has struggled, doubted himself, and leaned on someone quietly to survive. And in doing so, he reminded everyone that celebrities are human too. As the reactions continue to pour in, many fans are now asking a different question. If Sonia Uche had not shown up during that dark period, where would Maurice Sam be today? That question alone has sparked deep conversations about friendship, loyalty, emotional support, and the power of showing up when no one else does. As we move deeper into the new year, this moment stands out as one of the most emotionally charged revelations Nollywood has seen in a while. Not because of scandal. Not because of controversy. But because of honesty. And honesty, when revealed unexpectedly, can be very uncomfortable. Before we wrap this up, let us ask you directly. Do you think Maurice Sam crossed the line by sharing this publicly? Do you believe Sonia Uche deserves this acknowledgement? And do you think this confession hints at something deeper than friendship? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Because this conversation is far from over. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you subscribe to Just Gist TV, turn on notifications, and share this video. We bring you the stories behind the emotions, the headlines behind the silence, and the truth behind the moments everyone is talking about. And as always, Just Gist TV will keep you updated as this story develops.